Hi everyone, we're in the summer of 2022. I'm here with my little doggy Riley. Wanted to say hi real quick. We're going to do a quick market watch of Las Vegas, and I'm going to give you stick around to the end, I should say, for my predictions. Are we going to have a market crash, or what's my opinion of what's going to happen? Please comment below what you think the market's going to be like. People are telling me that it's going to crash, it's going to go down 50%, these interest rates. Let me know what you think with the comments below. Also, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps my algorithm. There's a famous doctor of economics, Dr. Young. He predicts that interest rates are going to go up to 6.5%. I believe right now we're around 5.5. They've gone down a little bit, they went up a little bit, and they've gone down a little bit. It's kind of interesting right now with the Fed speaking and them not just knowing what to do, if they're going to raise the interest points another 75 points, 50 points next time. But this Dr. Young, his bold predictions say that he believes that the interest rate for homes are going to go to about 6.5% and not past that, because he's saying that the government is fearful. If they go past that 6.5%, it could make a crash across the United States, and they want people still buying homes. And today's political whatever, they want to have this economy going good. So he feels that we're going to hit the 6.5% and maybe drop from there and go down a little bit and maybe back down to the 5%. But that's some good news, because 10, 20 years ago, interest rate was 9 to 18%. So people are seeing that 5-6% now, and they think it's crazy. But the only difference was back 20, 30 years ago, home prices were 150, 250, 350. Homes now being 450, 550, 700, with that higher interest rate of being 5%, 6%, that monthly payment is higher. A home being $500,000 at that interest rate is going to be something like $2,500 a month payment, which is difficult for a lot of people, and it's rightfully so. We're seeing that price decrease more in the $700,000 to the $1.5 million homes that were probably overpriced to start with. The homes under $500,000-$600,000, they're only going down a little bit so far, but they are more available, so buyers have a choice to make between them. In the $1 million category, there's still $5.5 million homes sold per day, meaning the $1 million home market is still strong. It's gone down a little bit. It's about 5.4, I should say. Last month and months before, it was 5.5 homes a day being sold in the $1 million mark. So we are starting to see the market soften a little bit on both ends of the medium price and the upper price homes. Across the United States, new home builds have been about 1,100,000 homes. That's down 7% from last year. And that's because of labor cost, material cost, interest rates going up. So higher prices for the construction new home builds that they're starting to slow down the new home build market, which is interesting because you see them being built everywhere around, but as you know, they're raising those prices 10% every month in some areas. It's really nuts. And these home builds, because they're raising the labor cost, the material cost, you see that 18.7% or more in higher prices month, 2 months, 3 months over month. Now, we still have a lot of millennials from 31 to 42 years old that have been renting, and they still want to buy a home. There's really a lot of pent-up demand for them to buy homes. But on the other end of the spectrum, we have the longest age group. I think there's something like 100,000 people that are above 90 years old. So people are staying in the United States, I should say. People are staying in their homes longer. There was a time people would sell their homes every 5 to 7 years. Now people are keeping their homes 10 years, which that pent-up demand, the younger people wanting homes, so there still is a strong demand, especially here in Vegas. And across the nation, we are seeing home prices going down, especially in Texas, Idaho, because those prices really skyrocketed. But Vegas right now, we're staying still at a little constant, and there is a lot of demand for homes here in Vegas. And with this older group staying alive, which is a good thing, for all of us, but it's making it more difficult to buy a home. people that want to buy a home, of course. Please stick around to the end of the video. I still got a little more to go. I'm going to give you my prediction. Renting a home or renting an apartment, at the end of the day, in the 10 years, they have a statistic that shows those people have around $6,000 in savings. Person that buys their homes in 10 years has something like $100,000 to $500,000 in equity and savings due to an increase in price. So it's one of the biggest purchases you're going to do in your life. Not everybody, but most people, buying a home is a huge purchase, and it could create a lot of wealth for you and your family to come. And I've done it for years. When I was younger, for 10, 15 years, I paid rent, and all I did was help my landlord pay his mortgage to pay that house off. And at the end of the day, I didn't own anything at all. So you can buy a home when you're ready, and you have that loan ready, you have that down payment ready. Whenever that's time, you should buy that home, because you don't know what's going to happen with interest rates going up and down. But everybody's different. Some people want to wait a few months to see what's going on, and it could be better. As a personal note, especially in these crazy times, save money out there. Don't live paycheck to paycheck. Save that money for your emergency account, or for a down payment that you may need. Most people think, I'm going to go get a house, and they don't need a down payment. Even with the 3% down FHA, some conventional loans, you can do 3.5. Other loans are 10%, 20%. You should save 10, 20, 50, 60,000 if you can, so you can purchase that house you want. Get pre-approved. Don't get pre-approved till you're a little closer and you're ready. Work on your credit and be safe out there for sure. And we want to make sure that you're good in the bank. Some of those homes are overpriced, $100,000, $200,000. The $1.5 million home maybe only be worth $1.1 million. So those have a bigger chance of going down more. But those homes that are $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, they're only going to see a smaller decrease, in my opinion. And there's a lot of investors out there still buying up homes left and right, trying to make this a renter's market. So for Vegas, I don't see the market going down too much, and I don't see a market crash happening here. Also, there's a lot of equity in homes. Back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, people didn't have much equity. They used a lot of their line of credits, and they used up all their buying boats, buying jet skis, buying a second car. A lot of people right now in Vegas and Henderson have high equity in their home. So if they did lose their job or something, they could sell their home and still walk away with $50,000, $100,000 in their pocket. So with that higher equity, we're not going to see that really price drop in homes, in my feeling. Make sure you check at the bottom of my video here. I have a free relocation guide to Las Vegas. Sorry about that stutter right there. And I got some other goodies for you. Now, here's my bold prediction of what I think is going to be coming up in this year and for next year, 2023. I don't think there's going to be a huge market crash here in Vegas or in Henderson. It's going to go down 10, maybe 20%. And maybe you should wait 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. We may have some better buys out there, but don't expect it to go down 50%, 80% like it did in 2006, 7, and 8. Back then, homes were $40,000 because of the subprime mortgages. They're not going to go back down to that, in my belief. Across the United States may be different. In a month or so, the National Real Estate Association's going to be doing their statistic on home sales. And they're going to say home sales have slowed down. They're going to say people have reduced the prices, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. But there's a good chance that they overpriced their home. So reducing it a little bit, they're selling at the price they should be sold. But these news organizations are going to say out there, they're going to go, the home market is crashing, everything's falling. And people are going to hear that over and over and over in the news. And there's going to be a big verbal pandemic on home prices. And a lot of people, by saying that, will not want to buy homes across the United States. So it's a really crazy market. It could hurt the market. It might not hurt the market. But again, when you're ready to purchase a home, is the time you should purchase it. It's going to be one of your biggest investments. You're probably going to live in there for 10 to 20 years. And in 20 years, you buy a home now in a decent area or whatever area, you buy a home for 200, 300, 400,000. In 20 years, that home, because of inflation and everything, is going to be 600, 700, 800,000. You can't think that it's going to go down. Now, God forbid, there's a nuclear war or something crazy like that. I know I've said crazy 3-4 times. I apologize. But if something, wild happens, everything's going to go wrong. But we can't see that future. And America's a great place. And it's one of the best places to live. You can buy a home here. Many people in England, they don't own their home. They do like 100-year lease or 100-year mortgage on their home. So it's a reoccurring payment for their whole life. At least here, a 15-year loan, a 25-year loan, a 30-year loan, try to pay that off. Some people don't pay it off to keep your tax down, and you can have a tax deductible at the end of the year. But at the end of the day, when your home is paid off, and then when you're older, you can do a reverse mortgage. Reverse mortgages are much safer now, and you can live off $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, whatever amount you need of your home value to live a good life, and you deserve that. This is Luca in Las Vegas. I'm here to help you. All my information is below. If you're looking for a new build or you're looking for a resale home, if you're ready to start that journey today or next year, I'm here for you. Thank you so much. I have a video every week. I don't think there's going to be a huge market crash here in Vegas or in Henderson.